Welcome back to Lucky Point of View. This is going to be our episode number 16. Talk about how we met some good friends we got now.
Yep. I think last time we left right around her when she started daycare.
Uh-huh.
Her first reaction all around when she was 2, 3,
Mm-hmm.
all around that age. So we're gonna stay and around that
Right to
time.
that
Yep.
timeline. Yeah. So I was coaching football. I'd coached like travel ball and little league football for a couple years, and her brother played football, and so one season, I had a parent come up to me and asked me to hold a water bottle, and she was telling me that my son has severe peanut allergies or whatever. Didn't want nobody sharing his water, and sometimes when you're on the field, because the age group I was coaching, I was allowed on the field with them. So when we took a timeout or when we had a break, we never actually ran over to the sideline. I had some kids that would run water over to everybody else, but I would hold his water for him specially. And it's kind of funny. My wife kind of gets on to me a little bit about it because when I first started, she was like, I never ran and told her that somebody else had peanut allergies or anything like that.
Yeah. So I remember seeing you running. While you were in the field with this water bottle
Uh
and
huh.
tied to your your pants with a little clip
I had a
thing.
clip to it, yeah.
So I was like, I always wonder, but you know how men, husbands are. They're like, it. It didn't register maybe to him to maybe at the end of the game or when we got home to say, hey, so and so has allergies and that's why I carry his water. I mean, I would have told you right away,
Right?
But I think our friend, the mom, she came and talked to me one
Next
time.
next game or something,
I think
maybe.
so. So it's been a long time, so all the details are a little fussy, but we're gonna tell you the best we can remember.
Right.
But she came and talked to me, and that's kind of how I find out that her son had a peanut allergy,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why you were carrier the water bottle, which it makes sense. And then that was the first time that we have really encountered somebody
Somebody else.
that
Right.
that had a kid with a severe allergy. And then I remember asking you about it later, and you're like, "Oh yeah, yeah." I was like, "Okay, were you planning on telling me?" But so that was easy. We just as normal as everybody else.
Right.
But that's kind of how our friendship started. I mean, we're still friends till today.
Yeah.
But it was just like we said when we started this with Irene, we felt alone. We
Yeah, for sure.
we did it like our family knew, but it was just being able to find somebody that you could talk to,
Mm-hmm.
like, and 110% completely understand what you're going through, like how you have to be, taking care of every single thing, like to make sure that nothing crazy happens. So that was great, and I
Yeah.
think that's kind of how we bonded because we knew, you know, Christian and like they been around Irene forever,
Mm-hmm.
and we just kind of started this friendship, and we were able to trust each other with our kids.
So her son is a little older.
Yeah.
He's about the age of our oldest son,
Hmm.
and them two kind of hit it off pretty good. Both of them played football, and then they carried on to a couple other sports together too, soccer, through the Y, and so it kind of started out with football, and then it just kind of expanded and
Hmm.
grew. And
But I think it was just that we were we were able to trust each other with
Yeah.
and be able to understand each other of how.
And we got, I mean, to be honest, we asked a lot of questions from them. They gave us, and they showed us a way on a lot
On
of
a
things.
lot of things.
How they done for their son, and he has it's tree nuts, peanuts, same nut allergy as Irene, right? Irene's just got eggs. So
So it is a little different just because of the egg allergy that we have to add to Irene. But other than that, and they do have like a little different approach than us in certain things.
certain things, yeah.
But and then you have to figure out whatever works for your family and whatever works for your kid.
Yeah.
But it was just good being able to talk to somebody, ask questions, and it was just great.
Yeah, so on the back of all your food, right? They list your ingredients or whatever, and at the bottom of it, it has allergy information. And in bold, it'll list the top 8 allergens or top 10,
8 or 10.
something like that. It'll list the allergies, and under that, it'll sometimes say
Made in same equipment.
produced on the same equipment or made on the same equipment, or made in the same facility. Now, our friends, they will not do equipment if it's produced on the same equipment, like their son can't eat it. But they do same facility.
Yes. We don't.
We do not do facility,
Or
equipment. Or anything. And I don't know, I think that's just kind of the way we started. If we'd have known them from Jump Street, and we knew Irene was going to have allergies before we was born, we probably could have had a different approach.
Yeah. I think I'll be too nervous to try. Do something different. I think us not allowing her to have something that it's made in the same facility cuts down her options a lot more.
It does.
If we were allowed to, but that's kind of like you said, that's the approach we took, and we just have stick with it. I don't know if at some point one day we will change it. I really don't.
Well, we got a little bit of information because you worked in a similar situation to facility and equipment and stuff like that.
Yeah.
With snacks.
Yes. So at one of my previous jobs, I worked for a food company, food manufacturer. And at every company, everybody has different procedures. They have different standards, everything. So, but just from what I've seen, I don't think I would change it to same facility.
So I've been in production my whole life. I've managed it. I've supervised it. I've been a part of production. I've been a part of the safety aspect of it. And every place that I've ever worked, you can say safety first. And safety's always up there, right? But production is very, very high on that list on what has to get done. You got to produce. And anytime you're in a production-based environment, mistakes can be made. And you get to rushing. And then all of a sudden, maybe a piece of equipment ain't cleaned exactly like it's supposed to be. If you're running behind and... like I said, I know there's been some episodes in the same facility over there that I don't know if was it nuts that got in that facility, or I thought you said something, and maybe I'm misspeaking here, but I thought something had got over onto that other facility that wasn't supposed to be there, or something like that.
So I think it's all because of the employees rotating between facility to facility.
Right.
But like I said, I'm not, it's every company, and there's a lot that goes and you have to do in a food facility.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a lot just based from my experience, but also just like you said, people make mistakes, right?
Yeah.
There's stuff that's gonna happen here and there, so I just would prefer not to
Yeah.
introduce that aller not that allergen, but like that option yet.
Yeah, I
When she
think we should
gets
definitely stick with
with what we're doing,
Yeah.
just like you said, we have been doing it for forever.
yeah.
It might open up a lot of options, but I don't think I would. It's just no.
Yeah.
But like I said, it will be your decision, and it will be whatever works for you and your family, and you know your kid better than anybody, so you'll be able to make that decision of
Yeah.
what feels comfortable to you.
Yeah.
So, I think that was, I guess, a big event, right? When we met our friends and we
Yeah.
were able to communicate, talk to somebody and just
Pick their
pick
brain.
yes.
They was picking our brain. We was bouncing ideas off of each other, and then, like I said, we're still really good
still-
friends
yeah.
today because of
I
it.
think one of our best friends.
Yeah, for sure.
Something else that happened around that time. So Jason's mom live in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
So we go there for like almost every Christmas.
We didn't go this past Christmas,
I don't
but
think
yeah.
we went last past too.
But yeah, we typically go there every Christmas.
Yeah, so one of those trips we got there, and Irene was around that same age. Between 2 and 3, I
Yeah.
want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And so we got there. It's nice. It's warm. We go outside.
Beautiful weather.
Love it. We go outside, and then she started breaking out.
Yeah.
I hear. So we were like, okay, wait. Like, what was the last thing she ate?
Right.
Right. So we start, whatever she ate, we checked it again. We read it, and then we're like, okay, that's not it. Something else. So we were like, okay, so what's different? Okay, we went through that checklist. Like, she ate something new. No. Did I use something else to wipe her down with? No.
Right.
Did this, and that? I was like, nothing, right? Nothing was making sense. And then we were like, okay, so what is it? We wash it off, and it was just like, it got a little bit better, but then it came back
Come
up.
right back. Yeah.
And we're like, what is going on? So we went outside, and we saw those,
Acorns.
and I was like, is that
Gotta
like
be the-
it
gotta be
gotta
the
be that.
acorns.
It gotta be that. I was like, okay. Like, she didn't eat it or nothing, so she must have touched it.
Yeah.
So
Took a shower.
gave her a bath. Got better, but then it kind of was coming back up. It was like, but
Right.
what is going on? So it's like, okay, let's try this. We gave her like half a Benadryl or whatever it was, like the dose that we were allowed to give her. We gave her half of it,
Right.
and it cleared right up.
Went
So
away.
it's like, okay, so it is an allergic reaction.
Definitely
to
a reaction.
something.
Yeah.
And then we were like, but what is it? We couldn't figure out, but you said it.
I said it. So my mom has it's the hypo
Shih Tzu
allergenic dog.
mold something.
Uh-huh.
Little bitty.
Little small dog. Cute dog. But I told Mom, I said, when we found out it wasn't the acorns, because I thought it was the acorns, I was like, Mom, it's that dog. Mom was like, no, it ain't that dog, son. I was like, I believe it's the dog.
And then I was like, nah, I don't think so. Because she had been around that dog before. Your
She had.
mom had brought it over on one of her visits. She had been around other dogs, and she had never broke out.
Right.
So you were like, it is. I was like, I don't know. So I don't even think we stayed there the whole time we were supposed to.
No,
Because
we
she
come
kept-
back early.
She kept breaking out,
Yeah.
and was like, we're not gonna keep her on Benadryl all this time,
Yeah.
And it's just not. It's just crazy.
So
So
I
we
think it
did
might have been a
kept her.
day after, or
I think
we went ahead and loaded up, come on back.
so. I know we kept them separated just in case. I think your mom did put Lucky up We cleaned. We tried to keep it at, like away. We didn't know for sure, so just in case or whatever, she did better. But we did not stay as long as we were planning on staying.
Right.
We came back, and I set her up a appointment with with her allergist.
With her allergist.
And then kind of told them the situation. This happened. We thought it was this, but then we thought it was this. So they test her again. I think I want to say they only did blood work. I can't remember if they did the test, the skin test.
I can't remember.
But they test her. They tested her again. And it was the dog.
It was the dog. So she was allergic. When she got that panel back, it turned out, and it's like she was just allergic to everything, it seemed like. Environmental allergies, like the dander on the dogs, right? She was allergic to that. She was allergic to grass. She was allergic to dust mites. I didn't even know this was a test, though, right? Cockroaches. She was allergic to cockroaches. That was on that list.
A lot of little insects, right? And a lot of the environmental stuff that it's like.
It was several things that she was allergic to.
It was like, what?
And I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I know. Because we were like, she'd been around dogs. Mm-hmm. Like, what happened? We had just moved to the house.
Yeah.
And we have talked about
getting a dog
coming back from Christmas.
Yeah.
So they could have something, a pet.
Both of them wanted a dog. They wanted a dog.
Well, that was out of the question.
So that was out of the question.
Just a little heads up to now. Because that was the day you promised that if she ever outgrew her dog allergy, we were going to get a dog.
We would get a dog. Yeah.
Story short, we have a dog.
Short story.
Yeah.
We have a dog now.
We do have a dog.
Yeah.
And I remember in that time when she got all that stuff tested. In the panel, I don't know if they tested her for it, but it wasn't this, bees. She wasn't allergic to bees that we knew of. But allergy to bees, it's kind of common.
More common.
So she got stung one time, remember? Mm-hmm. Under the tree. And then we were like...
We freaked out for a minute.
Yes, we were just watching her watching her.
We was ready.
Yeah, because we didn't know. I was like, if she had this allergy that she didn't have before, what if she has allergies now? So, but thankfully, no, she's not allergic to bees.
She's not allergic to bees. She swelled up pretty good. Wasn't that bad.
No. I mean, I said like normal.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so that was kind of another big event that happened too. And it's crazy how they develop stuff, right? They can outgrow them, but they can also develop new ones.
Yeah. So somewhere in the midst of that time, around her 3-year mark, right, she developed a dog allergy. That wasn't there before. And I think she stayed with the dog allergy for, I'd say, somewhere along the lines of probably 6 to 7 years. And I can't even remember what had happened. I don't think she was tested, right?
No.
She was around, was it Declan?
I think...
So our good friends, they had an Irish Wolfhound, big dog. And I know when we first found out that she had allergies, or dog allergies, if we was planning on going over to
their
our friend's house, they would clean top to bottom, spray the walls down, spray the sofas down. Like I said, they understood what it meant, right? So if we was planning on going over there, it was probably, they had a cleaning day, and they would clean, and I'm not talking about just dusting. It was a
Like wipe down everything.
Wiped down baseboards, walls,
Sofas.
sofas. It was a major cleaning. And I know we had talked to them, and they would be cleaning. And they said, we're getting everything ready so y'all can come over tomorrow. And then they would have Declan back over
Like in their office.
in the office, yeah.
But yeah,
And,
like you said, I can't remember when exactly how or like, 'cause like you said, she didn't get tested again.
mm-hmm.
But we kind of started having her around dogs or something.
I can't remember when we
When
found out that she did not have allergies,
wasn't
dog
it
allergies.
that we told your mom to keep Lucky one time when we was coming down, like what, 3 years ago, 2 years ago? His Stormy's 2.
Right.
Because he was there. So we kind of made a plan, right? To expose her a little bit.
Expose her a little bit.
Just
To see if she was going to break
think
out or see what was going to happen.
she did put him up and she did brought him back right before we left the day before.
Uh-huh.
Just for her to see if she was going to react. Because we was getting ready to come back anyway. I think something like that. But something had happened for us to even try to try that. But I can't remember. I will have to think about that one.
I don't know, but I know I guess when we was started to think that she wasn't allergic anymore to dogs, we exposed her to several different dogs, cats, and she was fine.
And maybe that was the big one to just have her around Lucky, just to see.
Yeah. And, yeah, like I said, with all that said and done, now we have a Great Pyrenees.
A little bitty dog.
Yeah, right. She's a big girl.
God, she's huge.
She's 2 now, right? She's 100 plus pounds.
Maybe like this tall.
Yeah, she stands on all fours, probably close to my waist.
She's probably as tall as me.
When she can easily put her hands and stuff on her paws up on my shoulders.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a big girl.
She is.
But she's good. She's good with Irene. She's a good girl.
I know. I was really of course I wanted Irene to outgrow her allergies, but I wasn't like the one to be on board to have a pet. Even since the very first time we talked about it, it was just
This
like,
is true.
oh, I don't. It's like, dude, like before we found out she was allergic, then when we found out she was allergic, that was like, okay, we can't have it, period.
Yeah.
But then when we found out she outgrew it, it was like, you promised.
I had made a promise, and there's no way neither one of them was going to let me out of that promise.
I know, but
Yeah.
I mean, I love my dog. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
That's my baby. But having a pet is a lot.
It's another responsibility. It really is.
Yeah,
But
she's a good girl.
yeah.
Big girl. But it's like having another kid.
Mm-hmm.
And just because we're talking about allergies, right? There are dogs like Lucky, your mom's dog. He's allergic to chicken and all of this and all of that. And I was like, oh my God. I do not need one more thing to be allergic to something.
Right.
Oh, something we do need to bring up since we're talking about Stormy.
Mm-hmm.
We got her, and a lot of dog foods have eggs.
Oh, that's a good point.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So it took us a lot to find a type of food that was going to be good for the dog and safe for Irene. Because the last thing we needed was Stormy came playing and she just finished eating and Irene breaking out.
So it was difficult to find a food because there's a lot of dog food that has what they call egg product in it. Mm-hmm. Glad you brought that up because I deep dove off into that.
Yes, you did.
Research and reading how dog food is made. It was a lot of computer time went into that.
Plus, she's like a
Large breed.
large breed. That
Yeah.
made it a little bit harder.
So actually, she is supposed to have what they call giant breed food.
Have I?
But
Yeah, she's
she's
giant.
supposed to have what they call the giant breed food. But there is no giant breed food eggless.
Yeah.
So that's why we feed her the large breed food.
But even large breed, there wasn't a lot of
There
options.
was not a lot. There was not
You know,
a lot.
something that was good for store meat. You know, we didn't just want to give her whatever because she's part of our family.
Right.
But it needed to be also safe for Irene.
For Irene, right.
So, and luckily, Stormy wasn't allergic to nothing because I don't think I could have handled. You know, just being like, oh my god, because you know what if she couldn't have chicken? You know, because that's no, she eats turkey.
She's turkey and chicken.
Yeah.
In that, but there was talks of us doing the custom raw food stuff like that, just so we didn't know it would be safe for Irene. But so we use what is that called?
I'm seeing it in the
Yeah.
bag right there.
I'll think of it in a minute.
Simply Nourish.
Nourish. I think you're right. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, just keep that in mind.
So our good friends, this is kind of crazy. So they're Irish Wolfhound. This was several years back. Had cancer, and he passed. So they have a Ridgeback now, and so their luck. He has their dog has several allergies, right? So they can't have chicken.
I don't think so.
I'm
And
pretty sure
something
he's
else.
allergic to chicken.
A lot more things, I think, but I can't. I
Maybe
wouldn't-
eggs is in there too.
I know because I know we asked them, and they say he can't have eggs.
So he's allergic to a couple things. So they do a raw diet, and I know for a while, when they was trying to work on him breaking out and his rashes and stuff like that, I know they would travel all over between Winston and Greensboro and Raleigh to get his food, because they would freeze his food and then they would process his food. Like they had him on a raw diet, and
They still do, right?
they still do now.
But yeah, it's
I think they get it from somebody though. I don't think they process it themselves.
I don't think so.
Right.
I know, but just know, like just like people, dogs can have allergies too.
Yeah. I know a lot of work used to go into his food.
Yeah. Probably do. We just don't see it as much, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, that's another thing that you do if you have animals around. I think that might have been part of Mom's dog, because we was looking at what all he ate and this, that, and the other, but it was actually the dander that she was allergic to.
And it's great because your mom's dog, it's hypoallergen.
Right.
What is that word?
Hypoallergenic. Yeah.
Yeah, but luckily she outgrew it. Now our hopes is for her to outgrow one of her allergies.
It'd be so nice if she could get out of her egg allergy.
Egg allergy.
I think her numbers are so high in peanuts. They're super high in both, right? But her peanuts are the numbers are very, very high.
Yeah.
Doctor said we wouldn't have that. She'd probably never grow out of neither one. But there's always hope.
You never know.
Never know. I think that's a good stopping point. I know next episode 17, we are going to talk about another reaction.
Yep.
She had another reaction. This was what, 4-ish, 5-ish? How old was she?
Probably somewhere between the range of 5 and 7. No, I don't think she was in school yet.
No, she wasn't in school. I thought she was about ready to start school.
So she had to be like 6, 7 then.
So, and this is a thing that we all have to look out for, even still today, is same product, and they can change ingredients.
Or they can change to make it in the same equipment. Sometimes it's not necessarily ingredients, but sometimes it's in the same equipment. Or then they start producing it in the same facility, which that eliminates that for us. But equipment, it's a big one.
Yeah. So keep that in mind, all you allergy parents.
Even if they have had the same thing.
Same thing over and over and over and over. You still got to read the ingredients because it does change.
It does.
I know she's went through several products. One not that long ago was a hot dog bun, and it did not use eggs. And Midway's, or we went to buy a pack of buns, and I looked at the ingredients, and it's got eggs in it. It didn't have anything to do with the equipment.
Yeah, that one you caught it.
Yeah.
So it was like, there's no need for me to read it. She can't have it either way.
So,
you know?
Like I said, her next episode, she'll have a reaction. It has to do with ingredients and how it's listed and how they package stuff. So stay tuned for that. That'll be our big topic next episode.
Yeah, and then get her ready for school.
Yeah, and I guess we'll hit on getting her ready for school a little bit. All right, so I appreciate y'all hanging out to the end of this, and I guess we'll see y'all in the next episode.
Thank you.
Thank you.